I, Dr. Akram Ali, Organizing Secretary of this webinar, on the behalf of Organizing Committee of this webinar, I warm welcome to our all distinguished faculty members, all guests, and dear participants in this three-day national webinar entitled Insight into the Fundamental of Chemistry, organized by Department of Chemistry, CMP PG College, University of Allahabad, Prayagraj. First of all, I am very grateful to our department convener, Dr. Sunandas Madam, to give me this opportunity. Now we have Professor Jaising sir with us. I warm welcome with you, sir. Now we have our next speaker, Professor Abhay Kumar Jain. I extremely welcome you, sir. I present here to give a brief introduction of our next speaker, Professor A.K. Jain. Professor Jain is a very senior professor. It is my immense pleasure to introduce Professor A.K. Jain. Professor Jain is presently the Vice Chairman of UP Jain Vidya So Sansthan, Sanskrit Vibhag, Lucknow. During his long teaching experience, he has taught in various colleges and has been associated with Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gorakhpur University since 1998 till 2013 when he retired, and now he is a visiting guest faculty in the Department of Chemistry, Lucknow University. Professor Jain obtained his PhD degree from HBTI Kanpur. He has published several research papers in the field of non-equilibrium thermodynamics of transport process across soil, polymer, and biological membranes. He is the author of 7 textbooks. Professor Jain is actively associated with different societies and academics. Professor Jain received many projects and it is associated with multiple scientific society. His topic for today lecture is chemical ethics. Now, sir, I extremely welcome you. Kindly go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Akram. Uh, you have given a nice introduction for a person who has retired long back, 7 years back. Uh, I am thankful to the organizing committee, Dr. Sunanda, Praveen Singh, and all the colleagues of the Department of CMP, and my old colleague, Professor Jagdamba, because I have been also associated in the University of Allahabad as a reader for 5 years here continuously. Why I have chosen this topic is itself needs an answer. The chemical ethics, the field in which I worked for the last 42 years, or you can say plus 40 years, that is the field of the thermodynamics, and in particular the field of the irreversible thermodynamics. The thing which starts anywhere in the life, which we would like to communicate to any other one, it generates low energy state always. So whatever the system was started, and the very first lecture which you have heard, Professor Jagdamba said very simply, we need delta G minus. Why we need delta G minus? I will not answer so many questions. I will come to my topic by itself, because certain things are very important and relevant, which are not being given to the students, which are never been distributed amongst the books, and also not written, and also the people who are interested to create certain kind of these conferences, there they also hide and seek game, because nobody would like to tell you the particular kind of the thing which he is doing in his laboratory. So what I would like to say, that ethics always tell us very important feature, that whatever I am doing, it is not to be published, but to be told to everyone as well. Whatever I have done, I always had given in my lectures. More than thousands lecture I had given in various places. But today I am sure that I am associated with one organization where I went 2 times in my life also to conduct the practical examination, not to deliver the lecture. When we talk about the ethics, traditionally what chemistry is, the chemistry which we generally talk about is a transformation of the material from one kind to the another kind. And during this process of transformation, what did happen? We generally observe certain amounts of the molecular changes, atomic changes, the configurational changes, as you have seen in the last chapter. But even then, whatever we are learning here is that we start from initial to the final stage. In our daily life, we do not know what is the initial and what is the final. When we have been born to die, we never know what is the reality of this life. And this reality is, in fact, tells us about the actual position of the initial state. Initial state is a very low energy state. And when you are talking about the low energy state, that means you are stable. And when you go to the high and high energy, ultimately you cannot remain for a long time at the high energy. You have to come back and you have to settle down with the lower energy once again. Why I'm saying this thing? Because we have the three kinds of the structure in our life, apart from the other structures which you also know. The one is the solid, other is the liquid, and the gas. Now, the molecular structure in all these systems are also associated with the part of the energy. If we confine to the part of the energy, we should understand very importantly that low energy systems are always favored. If we are going to the low energy system, that are always favored. Why we talk about this? We only tell you about when you go to the final state. The final state will be associated either with the deplete of the heat energy or associated with the heat energy. In case we are taking the two kinds of these energy, what will happen? Delta H positive or delta H negative. I'm not doing again going into this detail. But whatever is there, the process can occur only when there is a delta H change, delta G change. So thermodynamics parameter plays an important role. But obviously, very important feature which comes out that nowadays we are facing a very acute problem all over the world that we generally call the COVID problem or COVID-19 problem or SARS-2 problem, whatever it is. The people who are around us, for the last 4 months, I am observing with the people, I am interacting with the people at this age even, I am going to the market, I am going to the institution, I am going to the university as well. Everyone is afraid of. Why they are afraid of? Our ethics cannot tell. One example I am quoting. I will go ahead. The first example is that you take the spray out everything, make the neat and clean, like you are seeing that spraying is occurring everywhere, but nobody knows what is being sprayed. Most of the people said it is the ethyl alcohol. Most of them say this is something alcohol. Most of them say the chemicals. And this had happened even in the university campus. I just told them it is a very simple thing. Anybody who is from the commerce side, anybody who is from the labor side, a labor who is putting the medicine there in the name of the medicine, he is knowing the name of that chemical, sodium hypochlorite. But we are not knowing because we say that alcohol can kill. But what is happening there? A simple reaction occurs. I am not going into detail. Simple reaction. The active chlorine is formed. So what is nascent chlorine? That will kill everything. One of my fellow residing near to my home, he came once upon to me. ये सर क्या दे दिया आपने? इससे तो मेरा पेंट खराब हो गया. So what is that is? That is dissolving that particular part of the protein which is present in the paint. So ethical values of every system. I am coming to the point now. When we used to give the medicine to anybody, when we prepare the medicine, we are the chemists who are responsible for this purpose. We have done a lot of work in the drug action. We have given a hypothesis in the drug action. We call that the membranes, they take the liquid, they take the medicine, our test buds, they enhance it and then finally consumed it, or it can go intravenous as well. Whatever is there, but the medicine is given to the person. But whether the medicine is useful or not. Now in this COVID world, what I am telling you, why I am saying ethics this. Some of the people in the America saying, without consulting to the doctor himself, we are giving the hydroxychloroquine. Why? What is the need? Do you know it will kill our kidney system as well? So this is most important feature that whatever the chemical we prepared, we should also know the action of that chemical, whether it is a poison for us whether it is a use or it is a abuse. So you can demarcate the medicines in two parts, the chemical reaction in two parts. In our body, thousands and thousands reactions are occurring. All these reactions are dynamic reactions. They are generating the energy, they are absorbing the energy. But whatever the energy is produced, that is used by our human body. How many of us we know? Say only RNA, DNA, RNA, DNA. RNA, DNA तो एक ऐसी बला है जिसको राजनीतिक इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं। कहते तुम्हारा डीएनए खराब है, तुम्हारा डीएनए अच्छा है। मैं आपको एक चीज बता दूं, डीएनए एक ऐसी चीज है जिससे कि आप आदमी में आदमी का फर्क बता देते हैं। इसलिए हम डीएनए की बात न करें, हम लोग भारतीय में हिंदी में बोले दे रहा हूँ, हम लोग डीएनए की बात न करें, हम लोग उसकी बात करें कि ब्लड का रंग लाल होता है, वो किसी का भी हो सकता है। The chemical constitution of these compounds. Now people say why we are interested in these compounds. देखिए generally the compounds which we are using, I am giving only two examples. One example, you know that this is a poison. Sodium thiosulfate generally given to the food preservative. If it is made in the excess or prepared with things, sound is coming. It's coming in that system. What will happen? It will give you the poisonous character, even the cancer can develop. Why this is happening? Because initially the research 5,000 years back, the research which was done in the chemistry was having the aesthetical values and ethical values. It was done for the people and save the people. But today it is the earning and only earning. And therefore most of the medicinal companies and everything, you know that something which you can say in our laboratory I prepared in 1 rupee, and that is being sold in 1,000 rupees in the market. One example is I am quoting HPTI Kanpur. One of my colleagues was in the organic chemistry. He told me that what are you doing? I am doing a reversible thermodynamics. You are doing nothing. What are you doing? I am preparing the cream. He prepared the hectoclamine, bilkul replica, and it costed only 1 rupees and 2 pice at that time, and the market 250 ml at that time in 1973 was sold around 50 rupees. The chemist can generate anything with their aesthetical and ethical values. Now we come to another point. People say the gases should not be destroyed. There are some gases which are destroyed. We were knowing only very little chemicals initially. Now we know many chemicals. And if you take the combination and permutation, then CRC books are being filled. Still every year there are coming lakhs and lakhs compounds. But what is the utility of those compounds? Today we are having the digital system. Today we are having the computer system. Today we are having the softwares. Now what that software has to do? Everybody is trying to create a medicine. A targeted medicine is being prepared, can be prepared. It can be signaled, it can be simulated in the system itself. But nobody is going for that. What they are doing, something we have to replace. We, instead of chlorine, we can put this and a new compound will be generated. Okay, it will be done. No doubt. For research and purpose, it can solve, but nothing new will come up. The challenging which I faced, it was 1974 when I attended the meeting at NPL New Delhi. I am quoting example because I want to tell you something about ethics rather than the chemistry. So I went there, the Japanese were there, the Americans were there, and the lecture was on the alternative source of the energy. That's a good lecture. Number of lectures I attended. After 8 years, when we are coming to the concluding part, I was only a 23 years old person, very new amongst all those. But I rose my hand that I would like to ask one question. I asked, would it be possible for us to even lit a bulb of 1.5 volt out of this research? The answer came from the other side. Let us wait. It will come. And today we see it has come. We are having the lot of solar energy power. Then similarly, there was a challenge. Alternative source of energy. The thing came to me also. We were doing in the membrane system. Whether the membrane can generate energy or cannot generate energy. So none of my elders, Professor R.P. Rastogi, respected, who died, my teacher, Professor R.C. Srivastava, when I went to them, if we can generate energy out of this membrane, they laughed. They laughed and laughed. It is not possible. But what I said them, when we talk about the Ohm's law, we say linear relation between the current and voltage. It's a very simple, but nothing is happening otherwise. The wire in which the current is flowing, it is heated. That means one kind of the energy is transferred into another and also in another. So what you have applied, the electrical current we were observing, but heat energy also generated. Similarly, if you apply the thermo-osmosis system, we are applying the temperature, but heat flow should occur. But what happens? The liquid also flows. Happens the thermo-osmosis system. So coupling of one process to another, that is one kind of the force and another kind of the flux. Another kind of the force and one kind of the flux. That is, if we call J1, I say simply J1 is the flux. So जा रहा है, membrane से pass हो रहा है. And X1 is the force driving it. So X1 is driving J1 and J2 is also driving. So what J2 will do? J2 will generate a pressure. What we call the osmotic pressure, thermo-osmotic pressure, electro-osmotic, it will generate pressure. Now equal to that pressure when we come equal to that pressure, what happens actually? We have no flow condition. Now this is the steady state. We generally say steady state, that is a dynamic equilibrium always. So there is a difference between the equilibrium and the steady state. We people do not say this in the class or in the laboratory or in the research work also. So basically we forget the ethics to teach my student as well. What I am suggesting is steady state when we talk. I recall your attention to one of the experiments which you have done and read in the 8th class. That experiment was the thermometers were there, 4 thermometers. And in all those thermometers at 42-degree temperature, the flow of the liquid took place. What will happen? The thermometer at 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, would they have the same temperature? No. The nearer to that junction will have the higher temperature, and as you proceed further to the tube, it will lower down the temperature. What is happening? This is the steady state. Why it is a steady state? Try to understand, very important. Force is driving is completely there. Because you are giving the heat energy to. If you withdraw the heat energy, what will happen? All thermometer will read the room temperature. This is the equilibrium. Equilibrium exists when there is no force. And steady state occurs when the force is applied there. Now I am coming to that situation. So our system is an open system, a natural system. All open and the natural system occur in the entire system. The irreversible part is occurring, which cannot be reversed upon. The very good thing comes to our mind also. For a biology students who must be present over there, and the biology research people must also be there. If you talk about the steady state, what is happening? You take a growth curve, whether in the botany or in the zoology. Initially, it is with the time not increasing too much. It is just labeling, and then it suddenly go high, go high, go high, go high. And at certain height, it starts flattening. For COVID, we are waiting that flattening curve should come out. Initially increasing, going to the top, and then flattening. Now, this curve is divided in 3 parts. The monotonic increase. Now you take your childhood, when you were sleeping in the laps of your mother. माँ की गोद में सोते थे, कुछ नहीं पता था मेरी ग्रोथ कितनी होती थी. कभी साल में, 2 साल में, 3 साल में, 4 साल में, कुछ बढ़ा. फिर ये हुआ कि साल के साल अब बढ़ते गए, 2 इंच करके बढ़ते गए. फिर अल्टीमेटली क्या हुआ? फाइनली 25 साल की उम्र में हम बढ़ ही नहीं रहे, हमारी हाइट ही नहीं बढ़ रही, हमारा वेट नहीं बढ़ रहा. We generally used to say, this is the steady state. This is the steady state. So we have to attain always steady state in our life. Force, if they are withdrawn, flux, if it is stopped, what will happen ultimately? The only word which you can say that the equilibrium will exist and true equilibrium is the death of a person. So always we are having the dynamic equilibrium. So what I am telling you about the dynamic equilibrium. Now, most important feature in the medicinal chemistry too, when we were propagating the hypothesis of the liquid membrane hypothesis for the drug action, the sites are being created. It is generally being said up to, आप लोगों को पता होगा, you must be knowing all very well, 2000 million cubic volume is required for the COVID virus. When entered in the body, then it can react, otherwise it cannot. The simple answer one can think. We are all chemists, we can think. Law of mass action is very important. Until and unless minimum mass which is not achieved, no reaction will take place. Then the receptor in our body, if the receptor are accepting it with the bifurcating energies, then it can act, otherwise it can repel. So what you call the immunity of a person. So what I am saying in a very simple form, that whatever the system is coming in our body, it requires an additional part of energy. If that energy is lowered, it will attack. If that energy is higher, it will not attack. What we are taking, we are saying this chemical, that chemical. Ultimately, what had happened? This inorganic, the periodic table element of the fifth group, arsenic, which you call the 15th group now. Arsenic is used as a medicine. How many of us know about the arsenic? If I say, I'm very correct to say, because I do not know much reaction about the arsenic, as the people should know. So what I am saying, that whenever we talk about the chemistry, the full chemistry can be achieved by the ethical values. Whatever ethics is not only the medicinal side. Whatever we are doing, we are performing, other person are understanding or not. If the other person are able to understand your part, your way of doing the things. People say, I prepared indigenously this thing. You take a patent then. Why you are publishing a paper? If you are publishing a paper, you should disclose each and every point. And this is the difficult time for any student or teacher or professor to publish a paper, because you have to disclose many things there, which we have never disclosed. And therefore, once you disclose this thing, then paper will not be published, because you do something new. That is what is happening. We are saying that we are not getting good publication. Initially, I have changed 4 times my branches, as has been read out. Irreversible thermodynamics applicable to the clay system. Clay means soil system. Soil में मैंने उसको test किया. Then extended to the system which you can call the biological system, the mimicking membranes, the drug action out of those mimicking membranes, and then we finally energy converter out of those membranes. And finally, what we have done, the very original work which has been done in the University of Allahabad itself. So I am just sharing before I conclude my lecture. As you all know, benzene and alcohol, ethyl alcohol particularly, they are having the azeotropic boiling temperature and azeotropic mixture as well. Separation of these two chemicals is not possible by simple distillation or fractional distillation method. Even by evaporation, not possible. A simple experiment, just try to understand, I am just lowering down so I can explain. Here was a membrane, a sintered glass membrane we put in between. On one side, we have put the ethyl alcohol and the benzene mixture. On the other side, we have put the ethyl alcohol. What will happen? Benzene is a non-polar substance. Although it is 100% miscible with the alcohol, which is a polar substance. Now we want to separate benzene from the alcohol. What we have to do? We have to transport the alcohol from the mixture of the benzene. So I have shown in Journal of Membrane Science, I have took 4 years. See the patience you required also. 4 years to publish that paper in the Journal of Membrane Science, which is having now the impact factor around 7. In that journal, 3 years, I have satisfied 19 editor's choice referees. They say that mixture is being formed. How does it possible that it can be separated? I just shown in my experiment itself, on the desk scale experiment itself, that one of the alcohol molecule tracks 2.5 molecules of the benzene. This I have shown in that paper. What facility was with me? Only we were having, not even the spectrophotometer. I was having the refractive index meter only. And the liquid refractive index and plotting a graph, we obtain such results. My young chaps, I have to attend another meeting. I have told the Praveen also. I would like to say many things, but I consider it a virtual. It's a digital platform nowadays. How long it will continue, we never know. But only thing is that whatever we learn during our life, we should share it. The first ethic of the life. If you are closing yourself, then it will happen. Then if you are solving any problem, then you go to Professor Jagdamba, he will tell you. Or you go to Professor H.P. Tiwari in Allahabad, he will solve it. Or you go elsewhere in T.N. Misra in Gorakhpur University. We should be prepared to answer the question. This is only possible when we maintain the chemical ethics in our mind. So thank you very much for inviting me. And thank you very much to all the participants who are present over here in this digital system at the Facebook and all digital connections. Thank you very much, the head of the department and organizing secretary, as well as to all who had given the patient hearing to this lecture. And I again request to all to my colleagues and younger generation who is in the research, share the research. It will be always fruitful. If you are not sharing the research, then you will investigate the medicine for the COVID for years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your very interesting and very informative lecture. Your insight must be encouraged a lot of students today. Now time is for any query and any question. And I think there is no question from student side. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you, dear.
So much,
thank you very much. To my blessings to all of you. You rise to occasion. That's my blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Now, our organizing committee, for both our speakers, Professor Dr. Jagdamba Singh sir and Professor A.K. Jain sir. Now, I have one more announcement. Tomorrow morning, we have two invited speakers. One is Professor I.R. Siddiqui. He is a very renowned professor of Department of Chemistry, University of Allahabad. And second speaker, Professor K.K. Upadhyay. He is a very energetic and he is a renowned inorganic chemistry expert. Tomorrow morning, we will meet again at 11 p.m. और जाने से पहले मैं दो लाइन बोलना चाहता हूँ सभी पार्टिसिपेंट के लिए। वक्त सबको मिलता है जिंदगी बदलने के लिए, वक्त सबको मिलता है जिंदगी बदलने के लिए, लेकिन जिंदगी दोबारा नहीं मिलती वक्त को बदलने के लिए। Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all.